Okay, you've been scrolling through Instagram, looking at those living my best life in Bali posts, haven't you? Watching expats sip cocktails at sunset while you're stuck in traffic thinking about your 401k and how it's growing or not growing. And now you're wondering, wait just a minute, do any of these people who move overseas actually regret ditching their homeland for paradise? Well, buckle up, because I'm about to tell you some brutally honest things about becoming an expat. Hi, I'm Kate, and after 42 years of calling Indonesia home, I've seen every type of expat imaginable. The good, the bad, and the ones who show up thinking they're the main character in Eat, Pray, Love. But they end up leaving thinking they starred in a disaster movie instead. Here's the spoiler alert though. Most expats don't regret it. But the ones who do, oh, they really do. But yeah, the vast majority of people who move abroad are living their absolute best lives. I sure am. We're all being too busy being fabulous to have regrets. But the ones who do regret it, they provide a lot of entertainment for the rest of us. So let's dive into the delicious drama of why some people crash and burn spectacularly. Reason number one, but I miss my family. Oh, you thought you could have your cake and eat it too? You wanted adventure and Sunday dinners with the grandkids? How adorable. Look, let's be real. You can't simultaneously complain about your family driving you crazy and then sob into your margarita because you missed Timmy's soccer game. Pick a lane. You chose margaritas on the beach over dealing with your daughter-in-law's passive-aggressive comments about your casserole. So get over it. And before you lambast me in the comments, yes, missing family is real and valid. But here's a wild concept. Have you ever heard of FaceTime? Or WhatsApp? You can literally watch that school play live from your balcony overlooking the ocean. Technology is magic. Use it. The expats who thrive, they've mastered the art of loving their family from a comfortable 8,000-mile distance. Reason number two, but nobody speaks English. Wait just a moment. You moved to a foreign country and you're shocked that people speak a foreign language? Revolutionary, groundbreaking. Who would have seen that coming? Here's a newsflash. The locals don't exist to make your expat fantasy convenient. This isn't Disney World with English subtitles. You're a guest in their country, not the star of your own reality show. I've watched grown adults have literal meltdowns because ordering coffee required more than pointing and grunting. Meanwhile, the expats who are crushing it, they're out there butchering the local language and having zero shame about doing that. They're making friends through wild gesturing and laughing when Google Translate tells the waiter they want to marry a chicken instead of ordering one. Here's a tip. Download Duolingo. Yes, that annoying green owl will judge you, but at least you'll be able to ask where the bathroom is without having an existential crisis. Reason number 3, health care. That's when the panic mode activates. But what if I get sick? Well, your Medicare card has about as much value overseas as a Blockbuster membership. And we all know Blockbuster hasn't existed for several years. But here's the plot twist. Healthcare abroad is often better and cheaper than back home. I know, this breaks your brain because you've been conditioned to think America has the best everything. Well, I've had cancer here in Indonesia, and the care I received was phenomenal. Doctors who actually had time to talk to me. Nurses who treated me like family instead of like cattle. A bill that didn't require selling a kidney. Revolutionary concepts, right? The expats who panic are usually the ones who never bothered to research how healthcare works in their new country. They just waited until they got sick or needed some kind of healthcare, and then they freaked out. I know you can hear my neighbor's rooster in the background. Can't get rid of that. They don't understand that they're supposed to do that early in the morning. The roosters here in Indonesia, cock-a-doodle-doo at any time they want. So reason number 4, the IRS can't find me here. Oh, so you thought moving to paradise meant ghosting the IRS? That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. The IRS has a longer reach than your ex trying to get back together with you. The IRS will find you, and they will tax you, and they absolutely do not care that your office is now a hammock with ocean views. But here's the thing. Filing taxes from abroad isn't rocket science anymore. You can literally do it from your laptop while sipping a mojito. There are online platforms, expat tax services, and even accountants who specialize in this stuff. It's 2025, not 1925. Technology, yeah, sometimes it's a pain in the butt, but generally, technology makes life easier. The expats who get blindsided are the ones who thought out of sight, out of mind was a legitimate tax strategy. Bless their hearts. Nope. Reason number 5, paradise syndrome. This is my personal favorite category of regret. These are the dreamers who thought, well, moving abroad meant checking into a permanent resort where unicorns handled all the paperwork and everything is Instagram perfect 24/7. But guess what? Toilets still clog in paradise. Grocery shopping still exists. Mosquitoes don't care about your adventure dreams. And yes, you still have to be an adult, just in a different language now, with gestures. The expats who thrive understand that paradise isn't a place, it's an attitude. They laugh when the power goes out during a tropical storm. They find humor in getting lost because their GPS thinks they're in the middle of the ocean somewhere. They've mastered the art of rolling with chaos while still appreciating the amazing parts. The brutal truth is that expat life is not for everyone, and that's okay. Let's just be real now for a hot second. This life abroad thing isn't for everyone, no. And there's no shame in that. If the thought of being more than an hour away from your favorite Starbucks gives you heart palpitations, maybe you better stick to vacation packages, short ones. But for those of us who took the leap, we're too busy living bolder, cheaper, more interesting lives to waste time on regret. How to avoid being that regretful expat? You have to figure out how to avoid doing that. So join the Thriving Expat Club instead of the woe is me support group. Here's your very quick, very minimal survival guide. Make expat friends immediately, because you'll need people who understand why you're crying over the wrong type of cheese at the grocery store. Learn enough local language. Not a lot, just enough to survive, even if you sound like a toddler having a stroke. At least you're trying. When you board the flight, pack your sense of humor, because you're going to need it when you accidentally order fish eyes instead of fish soup. Give yourself more than 5 minutes to adjust. Culture shock is real, but it's not permanent. So let's sum it all up and settle the question. Do expats regret moving abroad? A tiny, tiny percentage do. Usually because they treated it like an extended vacation instead of, actual life with actual challenges. The rest of us, we're too busy being grateful we escaped the rat race to waste energy on regret. Maybe stop asking, what if I hate it? And start asking, what if this becomes the best decision I ever make? Because honestly, staying home and complaining about the same old routine sounds like a way worse fate than dealing with a few bureaucratic headaches in paradise. So, if this video made you cringe or laugh or actually consider booking that one-way ticket, smash that like button like it owes you money. And share this with anyone who's been daydreaming about their own great escape. And please subscribe for more brutally honest expat wisdom from someone who's been living this chaotic, wonderful life for 4 decades. Trust me, the stories just keep getting better, and some are more ridiculous, yeah. But excuse me now, because I have a cocktail that's got my name on it. That's what we regretful expats do all day, right? Haha. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. It really, really helps my channel if you subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye.